But Martin Kpebu is private legal practitioner, has been following this quite closely. Counsel, good evening. Thank you for joining us here on Ghana Tonight. Now we have some updates to Kenneth Ofori-Atta's possible return. His wife says he's undergone the surgery successfully on Friday. All things being equal, if all things go well, as she put it, the recovery period is going to be 3 months, if all things go well. I mean, listening to this detail, how does all of this influence how this case is going to play out in the coming days?
It's still the same bad faith that has clouded this attempt by Ofori-Atta to get a further extension. Okay, so the bad faith he exercised when he was seeking the postponement in February has caught up with him. So you see that now there is very little sympathy for his case. Let me explain further. So you know that around February 18th, yes, he was declared wanted on 12th, right? And then removed, I think, about 18 February. Now in the negotiations to remove him, Ofori-Atta's letter said that he was going to go through possible surgical procedure, a possible surgical procedure on 20th and 21st March, right? Now, it turned out that that particular one was a diagnostic biopsy. So it's a biopsy to check if there was cancer. So it's not this major surgery as it was made out to look like. So once he wasn't doing a major surgery, he needed to reach out to the OSP because remember, he was given a long time, relatively from February, he was given the adjournment to 2nd June. So he had the whole of March, the whole of April, the whole of May, 3 months, and he was to meet the OSP on the 2nd of June. All of this was because the sickness was made out to look far bigger, right? So if there wasn't going to be a major surgery on 20th and 21st March, he needed to have disclosed that to the OSP and seen how the OSP could make further arrangement. Maybe he could come down to Ghana to do the interviews before returning for his 13th June surgery, right? So, yes, the wife is saying he's gone through surgery successfully. Yes, I don't want to comment on that, but I'm saying that the steps, the bad faith, the Ofori-Atta, leading to his surgery is what will haunt him for a long time to come, because you had a diagnostic surgery, not a major surgery. Diagnosis, I mean, it's not any complex surgery, yet you took a long time. He, Ofori-Atta, when I say you, I mean he, Ofori-Atta, took 3 months in all, only to go through diagnostic surgery. So the wife's interview hasn't advanced his case much. I don't see how it advances the case. And you see, when it even came to the critical fact about what happened 20th, 21st March, etc., she said they always knew that before the diagnostic surgery, this biopsy, okay, that if it turned out that he had prostate cancer, they will require a major surgery later on. That they always knew there would be a major surgery after the biopsy on 20th, 21st March if it turned out that he had the cancer. So that is what they were supposed to disclose early. Then they would negotiate well with the OSP. But to have hidden it, they didn't say what exactly it was. The letter, please, if you have it, please put it up. The February letter, you say that they say possible surgical intervention. You see, when you put surgical intervention, everybody's mind is on a major surgery, not a biopsy. Not a biopsy, please. Not a biopsy. So, no, Ofori-Atta is lost us. The only saving grace he has, and that's not even, I think saving grace is not the right word in this context. Well, so let's just say that let's say that offer that they should interview him via this a virtual interview is what seems to give a bit of credibility to his case. but that offer is not sufficient to undo that failure of a major disclosure to the OSP, that failure to disclose to the OSP what exactly was going to happen on 20th and 21st March. So it's not enough. In times past, I have said yes. I think the OSP should have taken that offer. They could have gotten the Americans to arrest. When we say arrest, not like arrest and bring him to Ghana. Arrest as a technical term. That's an officer will go there, touch him, and perform the procedures for arrest so that they could caution him. They say you are under arrest for using public office for private gain, as an example. Anything you say, blah, 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 will be taken down, blah, 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 and used in a court of law. All those things, read his rights and all those to him, just for the purpose of taking the statement. And then they will let him continue to be in America. So, yes, I said that Kisi Jabe should have also taken that offer. But the fact that he didn't take that offer is not an excuse for what Oforiatta did. Failure to disclose what exactly he was going to do on 20th and 21st March, the way they said it was going to be possible surgery. And the surgery in this context, please, my emphasis is on the word context. In this context, it meant a major surgery, big one. That's how come he was given more time. No, Kisi Jabe wouldn't have given him all this time if he knew it was going to be a biopsy where they were going to, yes, cut him a bit, even the surgical one, and take tissue. Nobody would take 3 months for such a relatively simple surgery. So really, the offer of the Zoom interview, etc., is not sufficient to undo the bad faith he exercised by not disclosing to the OSP exactly what would happen on 20th and 21st March.
Council, I do appreciate your thoughts on this. Quite a comprehensive review of the latest information regarding Kenneth Nana Oforiatta and his recovery, which his wife has just indicated may take more 3 months, at the least 3 months. So we'll keep an eye on how things play out. Martin Kpebu is private legal practitioner. Thank you so much